Yo. So I know that it's been a while, and I do mean a while, but like, a nigga's been busy over the last few months. I recently graduated from university in December, and I've spent the last couple of months just trying to finish my education. Well, that and YouTube's copyright system has really been killing my motivation to make videos as well. But the good news is that I'm tweaking my content up a bit, and if you're watching this video right now, then that means I was successful. For now. So I've been watching a few shows since my last upload, and I want to talk about them, one video at a time. The show that I want to talk about today is 100's, and I highly recommend that you go watch it if you haven't already. He somehow managed to take a tired ass concept like a zombie apocalypse and made it look really fun. I mean, the show was very colorful, the characters were really likable, well, most of them, and the animation looked absolutely superb at times. Maybe I'm not in the right circles online, but I'm honestly kind of surprised that a lot of people aren't really talking about this show as much. Though, with Jujutsu Kaisen having a god tier second season and 100's god awful episode upload schedule, I guess I can kinda understand why it doesn't have as much hype. Though, bad upload schedule aside, I had a really good time watching, so let's just hop into it. Oh, spoiler warnings for this season of the show, by the way. Alright, so the show starts off with our main character, Akira Tendo, in watching a zombie movie, and off rip, it is very apparent that this nigga absolutely hates his life. His apartment is a complete mess, his eyes are completely devoid of any life, and this nigga hates his job so much that getting chased by man-eating zombies sounds like heaven on earth compared to his office life. Yeah, it's safe to say that our guy isn't really doing too hot right now. But it wasn't always like this. Just 3 short years ago, things were looking up for our guy. He just landed his dream job, found the love of his life, and everyone there seemed very welcoming and friendly enough. So that just begs the question, what could have possibly gone wrong? Well, to make a long story short, this company is straight hot dog water. This company gives its employees short due dates to complete their assignment and severely overworks their employees. Like damn, I didn't realize our boy signed up to work at Mappa Studios. Nah, seriously. The employees work so much that they spend days at a time in the office before they can go home. These niggas work so much that they rack up hundreds of hours of unpaid overtime per month, like Yamcha racks up L's in Dragon Ball. Random Yamcha stray, I know, but I feel like this just paints an accurate picture of how much these niggas are working. Like these niggas spend so much time at work that they don't even have enough time to be hygienic. Like I know that office smells musty as hell. These niggas spend so much time at work that some of them are starting to develop ulcers and are pissing blood.
Wow.
And as if being stuck in this musty ass office for days at a time wasn't bad enough, you gotta deal with this fat piece of shit manager constantly piling on more work for you to do while this nigga is just chilling not doing a goddamn thing. So things aren't exactly looking too great for our guy Akira, but at least he still gets to spit some game at his work crush, right? Damn, this nigga really can't have shit here, huh? So basically, our boy Akira continues to burn himself out at his job until we eventually reach the present day, where our guy's preparing for another miserable day at work. Mans doesn't even see the world in color anymore. This job has his life in shambles. As our boy is about to head to work, he notices that his landlord gave him a parking fine for his bike, so he has to make a little detour and talk to his landlord about his bike. But when he gets to his landlord's office, he sees him casually munching on this woman's corpse. Yeah, so that just happened. Seemingly overnight, the entire country of Japan, and maybe even the rest of the world, has been taken over by a zombie apocalypse. And as Akira is running for his life, being chased by a horde of these fast-ass zombies, one thought comes to mind. Yup, that's right. Blood isn't worried about his friends, his family, or even the state of the fucking planet right now. He's just happy about the fact that he doesn't have to go to work tomorrow. Which just makes me wonder, why the fuck didn't he just quit that motherfucker in the first place? Like seriously, on multiple occasions Blood considered ending it all, but it never occurred to this nigga to just quit. Maybe it's just a culture difference between Japan and the US. But all I know is a nigga like me would've left the second I saw everyone put their badges back on after that night out. Would've abandoned that job like Goku abandoned raising his kids. Would've abandoned that job like Jing abandoned raising Gon. Would've abandoned that job like OnlyFans models abandoned having morals. Would've abandoned that job like, okay nigga, we get it. Move on already, damn. Anyways, after Akira finally gets to a safe-ish spot, he contemplates on all the things that he's wanted to do in his life but never got the chance to because of his exploitative job. And he makes a vow to himself to do all those things. But during this process, he also thinks about his crush from work and decides to confess his love to her despite the fact that she's the CEO's side chick. And all I have to say to that is, nigga, don't you have anything better to worry about? Like, the apocalypse just happened and you not worried about friends or family, but you worried about this fast ass bitch. Like, my nigga, she's not even all that. You can do better. Like, I remember wondering how she was always so relaxed while the rest of the employees looked dead inside. Until we found out that her shifts consist of her getting her back blown out by the CEO of the company. She's just been sucking and fucking her way to the top.
Bro, shawty trifling. She must be from Dirty Dogs.
But my boy don't care about none of that. He just gonna bust into her apartment and be like,
It's my turn!
So, he rushes over to her place and upon entering, he sees a zombified version of his CEO. Wow. Even in the apocalypse, she was still slutting her way to the top. That's commitment. But while the CEO is tweaking, Akira decides to give this zombie a formal resignation from the company. Like, nigga, if you don't hurry up and slap the piss out of this goddamn zombie, this nigga used to fuck your bitch while you were slaving away at work. A nigga like me is committing devious acts in this scenario. He's already dead anyway, so who's gonna have a problem with it? But at the end of his resignation, our boy tackles the giant ass zombie and sends his ass flying out of the building. Unfortunately for our main character, his work crush has also been zombified. And all I can say to that is, good. Probably wouldn't have happened if you weren't so busy thotting it up. Now our boy can move on and do better than her trash ass. So, after he confesses his love for this zombie, he dips out and heads to a convenience store to chill out and contemplate his thoughts. He comes to the realization that there are so many things he wants to do in his life, but he could die at any time. So he grabs a pen and notebook from the store and begins writing things down. One might even say, bucket list. But with that comes the end of the first episode, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and comment if you enjoyed the video, and peace.